So invited him to a Zoom to meet Kimberly last night, and had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we worked through it and got on the Zoom with Kimberly. And yeah, so Matt, why don't you say hello and tell us what you're excited about and why you joined us.
Good morning, everybody. Matt Drake. What Kyle said, we met on Saturday. We shared LinkedIn together. We went into depth on um, the benefits of what this product can actually do for oneself. Staying young, staying healthy, staying prepared. Not only that, being the best version of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Quick introduction. I was a former college athlete, 13-year veteran. Um, I've been in this industry a long time. In order to keep going, you have to be almost the best version of yourself at all times, or else you can't perform most aspects of life. The product that Kyle explained to me was not only could it do that, but it could enhance oneself's life outside of that realm as well. Health, wealth, and happiness is basically key to financial freedom. I think that's a very good opportunity. So, as you can see, I'm not in a office setting right now. I'm currently I'm at work. I'm a 9 to 5er, as they say. Really a 6 to 7, 12-hour day. But this is my daily, right? So
Wow.
very it's the quietest part of the building. I call it my mobile office. It's not necessarily my truck, but it's somewhere in between. So that's a little bit about me. I'm just excited to be here, hoping to make an impact with guys.
Hey, good morning.
Oh,
Welcome.
awesome. Thank you so much and welcome to our community and our 3 family. So we're very excited to have you.
Thank you much. Appreciate it.
Yes, and I do have to share one other quick thing too. After meeting you last night, now I feel like I'm frozen. Okay, there we go. And meeting you and talking to you about your extensive sport path, your sports and what you do now and about the people that you know, I see great things for you. And I'm just really excited to be working with you. You're amazing.
Thank you, Mom.
Cool.
You guys are welcome.
And George, you get to meet George.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
morning,
one
George.
How
Yeah.
lucky is this? You met Christine last night and George today.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I love to work with people that have been in sports because they are very competitive. Myself, I've been in sports all my life. Now I play just pickleball and it's on running. But before I used to play baseball all the way to college. I did martial arts, etc. So I love to work with people that are in sport because you know how to work on team, how to not only work on team, but you are competitive with your personal life too. And we are going to have fun. And you're going to have a lot of fun because Kyle and Kimberly are amazing. Both of them are amazing.
Yeah, and just one real quick, happy day belated birthday to Gina. So yesterday,
Yes.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Gina.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh, you're there. Happy birthday. Perfect.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Irene, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Happy birthday, Gina. I see a new team member on here. She actually is Lorna's new team member. Her name is Ala, and she is from the island of Samoa, but lives here in Tacoma. She's very influential in the community and does a lot of community events, teaches the Samoan dance with every different culture. She's always with the children. She's just very influential and just a super great lady. And Lorna, would you like to get on and introduce Ala to everyone since she is your new team member?
Good morning, everyone. And Ala has been a very strong influencer with the community, not only within her island, but also with the community here in Washington State. So Ala, I see you on here. Can you introduce yourself? Hello? Are you there?
Hi
Yeah, it's
everyone.
here.
There you are. Ala, are you on?
Yes, I'm on.
Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you. I wasn't I came on to learn more. I got invited by Miss Lorna months ago, and I was actually delaying my joining the meetings, but I am so happy to be on. I got the reminder this morning, so I am so happy to be on. Thank you so much.
Ala, could you share just a little bit about what you do really quick? Ala? She may be at work. Okay.
I'm so sorry. So I own a dance group called Hearts for Kids. It's working with kids from different backgrounds and different culture. They're not necessarily Samoan or Pacific Islanders. My Our vision for the culture dance group is to teach them about my culture, but literally it's celebrating who they are from their culture. And then we go out and give back to the community by sharing what they have learned with me. Um, we have been around since 2009, and we're going strong. So thank you so much. Thank you for the positive words, and thank you for welcoming me into this space. And Lorna, thank you for always thinking of me with your team.
Oh, you're welcome, Ala. You're a blessing. You're a blessing to everyone in your journey and your path, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Welcome again. And Freda, how are you? Good morning.
I am fine. Thank you, George. And thank you, Kimberly, for letting me share. Like I said, Gary and I are on another 30-day road trip, and we just broke a new 2-star last night, soon to be 3-star, and 2 more coming. So I don't see Pat on this morning. She is a health practitioner and also a big community leader. So she is on fire, doing a fantastic job. And that's why we are in the southwestern part of Virginia. And then from here, we're into Charlotte to work with the teams down there. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. And congratulations again.
Thank you.
Kimberly, you have somebody else that wants to share? Oh, somebody else is here to share that want to share any high, any win, or anything that you want to comment before we start.
Well, Bobby is just added a new team member, so we're really excited for Bobby. He's not on; he had a situation, but right now, but anyway, he's really excited. He enrolled his new good friend, and we're happy to have her on here. She'll be on here next week, so Bobby is really excited about that too.
Oh, perfect. Congratulations,
But
Bobby.
mostly
I don't see
Matt
you here.
for right now. Matt is the king.
Miriam, good morning. I
Good
see your hand.
morning. Good morning. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, perfect.
I'm on a headset. So I spoke yesterday about, 2 days ago, about hosting a sunup at our local Chamber of Commerce, and it was successful. And I have to shout out to Ashley. I was struggling a little bit about what to share in the 10 minutes because it would be a lot. And because of her training about the I story, really just honing in your story and mixing it with not just product, but also your journey with the business. And it was highly successful, walked away with 18 leads in that time frame. So super excited about that. Check into your Chamber of Commerce because they have lots of great events that we can take advantage of.
That's right. Thank you. Perfect. Elizabeth, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. And I just wanted to share that I was excited. I meant to share that the other day that I was qualified for Sedona, and which is exciting, and we're building up for that and doing some great things in Kansas City. So that's what I was there.
Perfect. Thank you. Congratulations. Wow, Sedona. Beautiful area, by the way. Get ready to qualify there. And Kimberly, I think you were muted and you were saying something. Maybe? Okay. Loretta, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to come on and say that I closed on a BA yesterday afternoon, and I'm super excited. It's my second one, I think. Yeah. So I'm really excited about that.
Oh, perfect. 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 Congratulations again. Wow, a lot of activity. That's so cool. And Kimberly, I
George,
think you
could
were
I
trying to.
add one more thing,
Oh,
please?
yeah, go
I
ahead.
completely forgot. I just want to give a shout out to my team. I'm so proud of them. We met yesterday and we had a business launch Zoom with Christine. So we all got on. Well, most of us got on. We all had guests. So we've got some good things coming out of that Zoom with Christine. So I'm really proud that they all were able to make their calls and invite guests to last night's Zoom with Christine. So I just wanted to let you ladies know that I'm very proud of you.
Perfect. Wow. Yeah, like I said, a lot of activity. And by the way, I like your flyer, Kyle, the one that you have on the right side, welcoming Matt. That's amazing. That's
Thanks.
super.
You taught me well, George.
It sounds like it's my friend ChatGPT.
Yes, he's all of our friends.
Cool. Um, Kimberly, you were gonna say something. You're muted. Oh, okay.
No, I had a phone call in between. No, so,
Oh, okay.
but
Okay. Anybody
I
else
can't wait
before
to
we
hear your
start?
training, whatever it is. It's always spectacular.
Oh, hey, Karen, how are you? Good morning. I see your hands is raised. Yeah, Karen, you have to mute yourself.
Hey, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, great. I just am so excited. I got my ticket for Las Vegas yesterday, and so did Patty. But also, Jill Kunkel pointed out to me that since Ignite, she's added 5 BAs and is just really closer to finishing her 3-star. And I just wanted to brag on her this morning.
Wow, congratulations. Like I said, a lot of activity. And if you have anybody in Utah tomorrow, I'm going to be, or we are going to be having the event here in Utah. I'm going to be one of the speakers, Mark Yu, Lance Smith, Tracy Smith, the CEO, Daniel is going to be here. It's going to be amazing. If you have, again, anybody in Utah, make sure you send the person there because this is amazing just to meet other leaders in your area and to be educated and also to see the excitement that's happening right now and try the new product. The new kinetics for those of you that have not tried it yet. Well, this morning I'm going to start with something. Yesterday, Kimberly said something very powerful. No, she was talking about a phrase that she asked people: "If time and money were not a challenge, what would you do?" Interesting because that was asked to me more than 20 years ago. I was in a meeting. I was already doing this kind of business, but my business was not what I wanted to do it. And when they asked that question to me, gosh, got me thinking. And I'm gonna share my screen. It's better than to say exactly. And I'm gonna go into the basics this morning because it's good to repeat the basics. When we master the basics, we become a master. And I telling the story many times and when I was in martial arts. But anyway, if time and money were not a problem and you have all the energy to do it, what would you do? Think about that. What would you do? Now, this was asked to me, and of course, and you can ask to a person like Kimberly asked people, and people, I start telling you, oh, I would like to do this, I would look to do that, I would travel, I would help people, I would live wherever around the world. And today, by the way, the cool thing is with technology, you can do this business wherever you want, and you can be a nomad a networker. And by the way, my site on YouTube is called the Nomad CEO. Why? Because I can be in front of my computer or my cell phone doing the business wherever I want to, wherever there's some connection. But what would you do? Think about that. All the different things that you can do. Now, doing what you're doing now, how long will it take you to do that? Now, and when I said the actions that you're taking, how long will it take you to do all those things? Think about that. They're doing home, etc. It's funny when you are asking people these questions, sometimes they say, well, I don't know, never. We take forever. The cool thing is that 3 could be the way for you to reach all those goals. And the secret is just to follow the systems. And that's what I'm going to cover today. I'm going to go in a few systems, and this basically is a complement or supplement to everything that you have seen during the trainings this week. And actually, every time we do trainings. 3 is amazing. I mean, you do consistent something, and you are going to reach your goals. And that's one of the things when I'm talking to somebody, and when the person said, well, I don't know how long it's going to take me or never. I said, what if I can show you a way where you can have the health, the energy, and the time and the money to do all the things? We want to know more. Well, right now I'm asking you, what if 3 can be the way to reach those goals? Because many of you sign up and you are excited. But many of the people, many times we get excited, but at the same time we think everything doesn't seem to be going fast enough. The secret here is consistency. When you follow something consistent over and over again, eventually you are going to be reaching their goals. Now, what we are going to see next, I have done it before, but the reason I'm repeating is because repetition is the mother of every skill. And when we master a basic, we become a master. When I was doing martial arts, our sensei, our trainer, used to say, tell a story where this guy was in Japan, wanted to be a master in martial arts in Shotokan. And then the guy asked this guy, say, okay, you're a master. I want to do what you're doing. I want to be a master. What do I do? And he told him 4 basic movements. And he said, just do this for the next 12 months, and then we talk again. 12 months later, the guy has been doing every day this exercise, these 4 basic movements, etc. And when after 12 months, asked the master, what do I do now? Okay, let's do it for 1 more year. And he do it for 1 more year, doing his 4 basic movements and all the exercises. After 2 years, he asked the question again, what do I do now? Do it for 1 more year. And he said, well, I'm going to do it for 1 more year. After the 3rd year, he comes to the 4th year, and he asked the sensei, well, I've been doing this for 3 years. When I'm going to become a master? And he said, when you master the basics, you are a master. And that you don't have to be a genius on everything. And the basics, when you follow the basics, you become a master, and that's when you become a very successful person. And the way to do is to every day to do something and about our business. Okay. Now let's start now. Okay, this is the basic. You heard this. This is the process, the DMO, or the process of the business. You have a name of list that you always are feeding. You are meeting with new people and different events. Like, for example, Kyle and Kimberly were in that event, a networking event yesterday, people that you meet through social media, etc. But the name list is always growing, the name list. And then you are connecting, and you are presenting, and you are follow-up. And when you do consistent this, you start reaching your goals. It's as simple as that. That's the process. It's connecting, presenting, and follow-up. Now, the first, one part that is important is to build your story. And I did a full training just on this part, but here is just the basics. And for those of you that were here in this call, I think I did it like a month ago. Is building your story is very basic. It's based in 4 things. Yesterday, where you used to be yesterday. For example, you can say, I yesterday I didn't know what I was doing. I wanted to reach certain goals. I wanted one day to say, gosh, I want to quit my job, or I want to travel all over the world, and I didn't know what to do today. And now I'm excited because now I found it. I found it. And then tomorrow, I see myself now doing the thing that I want to do. I want going to quit my job in a year, or just whatever goal you have. I'm going to travel all over the world. I'm going to buy my dream home. I'm going to buy my dream car, whatever. Or I'm going to have this community. I'm going to have more money for that. And the reason, and the fourth part is why you are sharing. The reason I'm sharing this with you, because I know you are looking for similar things. Let's do this together. That's your story. Okay, we have a whole training just of this, but this is just to the basics. Make sure you have your story. Now, therefore, income producing activity. What is that? Income producing activities are activities that produce results. Now, as you see, the centers clicks IPA, that's income producing activity. There are only two ways that really we make money: is when somebody buys the product from us, or when somebody comes into the business with products. That's it, or in our team. Now we have to do activities that are going to get us there. Now, all those activities here are important. For example, this training is important, but the training is not going to make you money unless you are applying what is on the yellow. It's when you are in social media, you are in prospecting events, you are in webinars, follow-ups, connections, new contacts, sampling, etc. Those activities are the closest ones that are going to produce results. And those are the most important. Yes, you have to make sure you are training, you are make sure that you are reading personal stuff. Of course, you organize your office, but that's not your priority. Your priority is do things that are going to produce you results. And when you are brand new, it's why we make a list, because the person that is introducing you to the business is going to help you to have the first contacts. You don't have to know anything. You are doing it with the person that introduced you, and then that's the way that you are learning and becoming a master, by seeing what this person is doing with your prospects, with the people that is introducing you, how they are connecting with people, how they are getting new people, etc. And all of this, like I said, is important. But we cannot stay just on the blue side, on the outside, because that's not producing money. The activity is what is producing money, and what is going to produce you the different results. And when we do it consistently, and when we are going to have great results in our business. Now, we are going to connect with people all the time. I'm going to repeat this. You can connect with people 5 days a week. And by the way, there's a big networker, Michael Klaus. He does it 4 times a week, but 4 times a week, he makes sure that every day he's connecting at least with 10 to 20 people, new people. But anyway, you can connect with people with home presentations, Zoom calls, etc. And I already talked about that, one-on-one meetings, etc. And you are connecting with people daily. Now, your goal is to eventually create your board of directors. What's your board of directors? Are the 10 leaders that you're going to have. You're looking for people that are goal-oriented, people that are teachable, people that are persistent, big thinkers, that they are team players, that have a positive attitude. And when you eventually are going to have those 10 people, is when your business is already super exploding. By the way, you start with one. Don't think that you say, oh, gee, I am a loser. I don't have anybody yet. Well, you're going to find the first one. And then you're going to find the second one. And then you're going to find the third one. And there's somebody that's trying to get in. Yeah. But anyway, and that's the start. The 10 is when your team is already forced. One of an example, by the way, is that for example, in the company I was before, our team was moving over $2 million a week in products. And it's interesting because of my board of directors, I have many people I sponsor, and I have probably like 30 or 40 people that were active. And of those 36 were responsible 90% of that volume. That's really cool. And that's why I went to I earned millions of dollars in that company. Of course, took time. I started from zero, and all of you, or most of you know my story. I started from zero. I was broke. I sold my microwave, my TV, and borrowed money to start my first business because I didn't have the money. And I didn't have the contacts because I was new in the country. My English was terrible. But I knew that this was going to work because I could see people that were having success. And I was saying, if that person has success, I can have success. And always I heard consistency and persistency and never give up. And that's what I was doing. until you have that team that is going to get you to whatever you want to. Now, one of the things that's interesting is that many people say, well, I don't know anybody. And that's what I said at the beginning. I don't know too many people. I know that some of my neighbors, some of the people that come to my church. But the interesting thing is that we are connected with almost everybody, what is we call within 6 degrees of separation. We can meet anybody. By the way, this graphic say Elon. It could be Elon Musk. Somebody that you know that knows somebody that knows somebody can know Elon Musk. Not that he's going to join the business. Who knows? He may buy the products. But what I mean is that we are connected with a lot of people, and there are a lot of people like you that they are looking for ways to improve their life, not only their health, but at the same time to improve their life, financial life. They want to reach those goals. And that's why I don't buy it when people say, I don't know anybody. Again, I didn't know many people when I started. And now I know a lot of people are legends in the industry of network marketing. And I didn't meet them right away. That happened because I connect with somebody, and I connect with somebody. Eventually, you're connected with all the people that are looking for you. It's not just looking for people. A lot of people are looking for you because they are looking for that dream. That they are looking for that dream, and they are looking for that vehicle that is going to take them to that dream. Now, you start with your warm market. Your warm market, or hot market, actually, is people that you know. Obviously, you make a list of all of them. The second one is the warm market. You know them already also, but not as well. The hot market are your friends, family, people that you're really close. The warm market is people that you say hi once in a while, that you meet once in a while. It could be the person that is the manager of the 7-Eleven, or people that you see once in a while. And the cold market is people that you don't know. And by the way, the goal is with people on the cold market to become the warm market, and eventually the hot market, like going to meeting people in coffee places and events, etc., or even in social media. You are attracting that cold market into the warm zone too. And the reason is because a cold market, when it's super cold, it's hard to connect with them. You have to warm them up. But always we start with the hot market. And many people say, well, I don't have to talk to my friends or family. Can you imagine you have here a product and a business that can help them? They want to lose weight, they want to feel better, to have more energy, and you're not going to share with the people that you know. That doesn't make sense. It's like finding a gold mine and you place an ad in the internet or on the newspaper looking for people where you want to share the wealth, instead calling the people that you know. This is important. Now, make your list of 100 people. Now, many times some people say, I don't know 100 people. When you start writing the names, you are going to find out that you know. Interesting, because the person that sponsored me in my first company, he told me to make a list of 1,000 people. Imagine, I knew in the country, and said, gee, I start writing. At first, the people I knew, they were my neighbors. And the one that I didn't know, I said, well, my neighbor that live 4 doors down, that had the dog with the three legs. Okay, I don't remember his name, but let me write it down here. Oh, the guy that's in the 7-Eleven, or the manager of Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, he needs to lose some weight. And start writing all these names. I didn't write 1,000. As a matter of fact, I have my list, and one day I'm going to show it because I have it in a file. I have my first list that I wrote. And interesting, because I didn't go through the whole list. I don't remember how many I connect, because and then I start making money, and then I start connecting with new people in flea markets and shows, etc. And people that I was meeting new people at the time. Social media didn't exist. This was in the 90s. Of course, I was on the internet because I am, as you know, a nerd, but that was through American online groups, and I started connecting my first people with American online groups when nobody knew about how to connect on the internet. Most people didn't have even an email. Plus, I was connecting with people around me. And now, who comes to mind too? By the way, when a name comes to mind, there's a reason. Make sure you contact with that person right away. I hope you're writing this, although this is recorded. Now, the next one is write down before you start the week. Usually Sunday night is a good time. 30 people that you're going to connect from the next 7 days. Now, if you do this consistently, 15 are going to say yes to look at the information. People that are going to sit down with you, or they are going to come to a Zoom, etc. And then from those 15, when they look at full presentation, there is a good chance that you're signing up about 5 or 6 people. That's why it's so important to have those 30 conversations. Imagine if you do it every week. if you are consistent getting 15 people looking at the whole information every week. Be honest with yourself. How many you are doing to have 15 people? Can you imagine where your business would be? But even if you do it once a month. Now, building the business like sharing a movie or a restaurant experience, make sure you make it fun. It's interesting because I noticed many times people when they talk to somebody about the business, they change the personality. They can be talking like I'm talking right now, and then suddenly say, "Well, let me tell you about something. I am associated with a company that is this company has a unique product," and suddenly your voice changed. You are not yourself anymore. You have to be always yourself. Even if you are playing a video, for example, a 1 or 2 or 3 minute video on social media, be yourself. If you are too polished or too salesy, people are not going to take you as seriously. And I have talked about that many times. When I am on social media, I'm talking like I'm talking to you guys. Like if you're next to me. No, again, make sure you are talking the way that you are, not changed totally. It's like a transformation people take when they start talking about the business. And I can see from the back, especially when you're in a coffee place, you can see people around that they are prospecting somebody or talking to somebody about business. They are talking all different. They sit down different, like, oh, I'm in a position very high. Let me show you what I have. No, you have to be yourself. It's why, by the way, I have the process, the 4-step process to sharing your story, because by using that within your personality, you are not going to sound salesy or fake or anything like that, because you are doing it your personality. You are following just a process, where you were yesterday, where you are today, where you are expecting to be tomorrow, and why you are sharing. And you do the same process in a 1-minute video, on a 3-minute video, or in a full presentation. It's a very simple process that you don't go crazy and start talking too much. Now, where do you spend your money? This is another of your prospects. People, who do you buy the car from? Who is your insurance agent? Who is your chiropractor, real estate, massage, barber, etc. When you're spending the money with somebody that's making money from you, they have to give you the right to talk to them about the business and about the products. I talk about both, by the way. If you are talking only about the business, about the product, you are going to sell a lot of products, but you want to create a team. People that want only to buy the product, they're going to tell you, oh, you know what? I don't want to make money right now. I don't know if people tell you that, but they could. But I would love to buy the product. I need to lose some weight, or I need to have more energy, or I have to look better, or I feel lethargic, or I have a health problem and I want to put good nutrition in my body. Now, referrals are very important too. And this is one of the best ways to keep growing, because when somebody comes in, or you talk to the person, and even if the person doesn't join, you say, by the way, who do you know that would like to be fit? Who do you know that would love to make some money from home? Who do you know that is a waiter or waitress that is very friendly? Because, by the way, I was waiting tables when I started this. And this is people that are waiting tables, they love to connect with people. Who do you know that's in insurance or in fitness or etc.? That's the way to ask for a referral, and not to say, who do you know that would be interested in this? If you say that, the person is blocked, they don't know. At the moment, especially if they are not interested, they don't know anybody. But if you are specific, you get more referrals. People that have things in common, people that went to school with you, people that play sports with you, people that had the same hobbies, they come to the church. Like I said, some of the first people I connect were people that were going to my church, etc. That's cool. In sports, for example, in pickleball, I've been introducing people to the kinetics product, because people want to have more energy. When I was in the softball team, the same thing. I was until a couple of years ago. We have the whole team on the different nutritionals that we have. I always are. I'm talking to people that surround me. Now, business cards. You probably have a lot of business cards and you don't even remember sometimes who that business card came from. I love to collect business cards. I call people and let's suppose that is I don't landscape. I say, you know what? You gave me this business card. I talked to you a while ago. Even if you don't remember, And I just calling you about something off the wall, not about business cards, just that I'm opening a business in my area, and I would love to talk to you and looking for people that want to work with me. When can we meet? And people are gonna, what is it? They say, it's okay if I send you an information or we sit down for about 10 minutes at a coffee place, etc. In that way, I can tell you a little more about what we have, or you invite the person on Zoom. I can invite you to a Zoom. It's only like 30 minutes. And if you're interested, that's okay, but it's just to see, to show you the possibilities, because I'm open in this area. Daily interactions. Okay, shopping. Kimberly and Kyle are really good at that, and Christine is a master at that. You, wherever you are, and also Irene, and some of you are very good at this, connecting with people that are you're interacting all the time. Now, trade shows. This is one of my favorites. Let's see, I think 3 or 4 people that earn over $1 million in my company before, I met them through trade shows, not because they came to the trade show, because they were people that they have tables there on the trade show, so it could be a flea market, etc. One of them actually was a flea market, the other three show. One of them was in a bridal show, 2 of them in a women's show, and they would have tables there. And why do I like people that have tables there? Because a person that has a table there, they are there because they want to make money. Some of them are just trade show professionals. They travel around the country with trade shows. Some people are just local people, but they want to make extra money. And you don't have to have a table. Now you have a table, make sure you introduce 2 other people. And I have a whole training later if somebody wants to have a table. How to create one if that's what you want, but just collecting cards. And it's not that you go to the person at the trade show and you start talking about the business right away. No, just collect cards and then call them about 48 to 72 hours later. Because if you do it there in the trade show, they could get upset, especially if there are people walking around and you are using his or her time with somebody that they could be talking about whatever they are selling at the trade show. You have to make sure that you get the business card and then you connect with them later. Now, and obviously social media, another of my favorites. Social media is a great way. And we have amazing tools. We have our app where you can have unlimited sites. Well, unlimited now, it's 999 sites that you can create with every product. And I have many I do training usually Saturday, but this Saturday I can't because we are having that event in Salt Lake City. But you see, it's the business. It's a question. I don't think, well, and remember, it's a process. The 3-step process, excuse me, plus making your list. Okay, that's what I have today. Anybody has a question? Okay.
I do.
George, I do. Oh, did you have one, Kimberly?
Really quickly, yes. I just wanted to say that Gladys, I think this is so outstanding, George. This is so perfect. And I think it's really good for an onboarding. Like, I'm so happy Matt is on for this morning and Ala and whoever else is new. It's really great. Perfect. We got to have this video. And then the other thing is Gladys said something which I thought was so great. It's just like, when is your trade show training?
Yeah, I can do one specific for that. We can do it one of these mornings, or I can do it on Saturday. In Saturday, I always flexible. Not this Friday, Saturday, because as I said, I'm going to be super busy. No, we are going to start there at 10 o'clock in the morning until about 2 or 3 o'clock.
Maybe next Friday?
In the morning, yeah, I could do that.
Next Friday training?
That's perfect, yeah.
Cool. All right, I'm good.
Okay, Irene, you were going to say something too.
Oh, I was just going to say thank you, George. It's always good to just see those slides over and over again and listen to you, because the more you talk about it and the more you train on it, the more I understand, especially when life gets so busy, and those of us who are still working another job or doing something else, it's just refreshing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And one of the reasons I like to repeat this, because many times we say, I don't have anybody to talk to. Really? Unless you live in a desert island and you don't have your cell phone, there is no, because today on the internet, again, with some of the new services that are coming up, You can be in a desert island and have resection. You see, right now there's no excuse. There's something that's coming in telecommunication that's amazing. That already is around that the satellite phone, but the normal phone companies are going to start offering that service. Actually, they are testing it already. I think AT&T and Verizon have been testing it already. They are using Starlink. That's the service that Elon Musk has, all the satellites. And instead of him starting his own phone company, guess what? He's selling the service to them. And then we are going to have the cool thing, you can be in a national park in the middle of nowhere and still have connection. That's so cool. And you can do it already. You go to Sam's Club and they already have the kiosk that is selling the Starlink. If you want to be in a motorhome on a tent in the middle of nowhere, but you want to connect with the world, just sign up with the Starlink process. And it's much cheaper than it used to be. The prices are going down. And then as soon as the regular phone companies start offering the service, I'm sure the service is going to keep going down in price. But anyway, that's why there's no excuse right now. We can be anywhere. Elizabeth.
Oh, George, you started by saying you don't have to be a genius, but I want to say you are. We're just so excited to have you because this was just amazing. And it just goes to prove that, we could see this over and over, and every day we're picking up one more thing. So this is really exciting. I just want to say thank you so much because it's just being reminded what I picked up today. Because when I listen, it's like I have to tell myself it's all new. Like, oh, wait for it. Something is going to be said, and it always happens. And today, when you asked that question, I was like, yeah, we do have a networking that we're building, and it's just exciting. So, and I know I'm not saying it exactly like you said it, but it's one new thing I pick up every day. So appreciative. Thank you so much.
Oh, cool. Thank you very much. And this is, by the way, I think it's Bob Proctor, the one that used to say that the reason it's good sometimes to read a book several times or watch a training several times, because every time we say, wow, I discovered something new. Actually, it's not necessary that we discover something new about the training. We're discovering something new about ourselves. We are opening up ourselves and more stuff. And that's why there are some books, for example, Think and Grow Rich. I forgot how many times, probably like 20 or 30 times I read that book. I have trainings like the Born Rich seminar by Bob Proctor that now is free. I remember paying $1,000 and now it's free over the internet. Born Rich, I've seen that probably, 40 or 50 times. Because every time I watch it, not only remind me to think, but I say, I don't remember he said that before. No, it's that we keep opening up ourselves to the information. Kimberly, go ahead.
Okay, well, I think Janelle had her hand up. I'm not sure if it was first, but I just want to say these are new slides. A lot of them are new slides. This is what I love about your training. Yeah. It is like there's going to be some other slides that are key, but then you always infuse new things. And it's like, and like what you also said, it's almost like rereading it and all of that. It's like you hear things differently when you're ready. It's like it appears, the teacher appears when the student is ready. But I just have to say that every time I'm always surprised, and I talk to you a lot, and it's just like you still surprise me, and I learn something from you every single conversation. It's just, and then we're in different spaces, so we're hearing it differently, but you're just the best. And I know there's so many new people on this call too. Before we're done, could you just tell everybody your story?
Yes.
A little bit, like how much money you made?
let me yeah. Before that, something that you just mentioned, it's not as much. Some of the slides are new because I redone some of the slides because I thought, oh, okay, could be saying better. And that's why, and then I have my friend ChatGPT, like Kyle, and many of you, they say, okay, I don't like this. Can you change this? Can you add this? Can you delete this? Or can you change the hairdo of the model? Things like sounds only as simple. Janelle, you were going to say something before I tell my story. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. What did you say that was? Born, you said born, what was that?
You were born rich.
Okay, you were born rich. Okay.
Yeah, Bob Proctor. Yeah, yeah, I'm going to put it somewhere, the link.
Okay.
It's interesting because today you can actually watch the videos on YouTube of the seminars. Okay. I pay $1,000 for that seminar, And also you can download the manual for free in his website. I think it's called bobproctor.com. I don't
Okay.
remember. And you
And what
can,
I, oh, go
yeah, go
ahead.
ahead.
What I was going to ask real quick is, okay, so you said something, 10 to 20 leads a day will get you big money. Okay. So my question is this, because we have a lot of new people on. When you're doing 10 to 20 leads a day,
Mhm.
when do you stop personally doing 10 to 20 leads a day because you have to build people?
Mhm. When you are already on an income that you feel good, and but not too early. For I feel on the rank, you have to be at least a 4-star to start slow down. If you is
Okay.
going to slow down,
Okay.
because a 4-star is already and of course I'm not making money claims or anything like that, but it's about $250,000 a year or more. And the reason is because the more people you have making money in your organization, the organization is more solid and you can keep working. But at the beginning, you have to be like 80% prospecting, 20% working with your team. But
Okay.
you never get zero prospecting.
Okay.
Because you
So,
always have to be prospecting. Always is good to have new blood on the team. It's just
mhm,
that when you have a large team, of course, your focus is there's more focus on the people that you have in your team.
okay.
And it depends on you, again, how far you want to go. Because still, we see, for example, well, there are many of the top leaders in the company that keep bringing new people.
Mhm,
And because they want to solidify, well, and the potential in this business is 7-figure or more. 7-figure per month is the
mhm.
potential or more. And of course, they don't want to stop. And just working with your team, that doesn't get you there. You always have to be adding new people.
So stop getting your 10 to 20 a day and when you're a 4-star.
At least 4-star. However, that doesn't mean that you stop, because
Okay.
when and let me tell you why. Because and you probably saw the training that I did that was based on the Mark Journal, who was one of my coaches. If you do
Yes.
it right, just in 30 minutes to an hour a day, you can do those 10 people.
Okay.
And when you're, because the idea of the first contact is get people to something, get people to the information, to a meeting, etc. And it still is not going to take most of the time. Now, because most people start part-time, obviously it's ideal to have those 10, but that doesn't mean that when you go full-time, you stop. You can keep still doing it, because now you are part-time prospecting, but you're full-time working with your team. You're still prospecting. And you
Okay.
never stop prospecting. It's not a good idea.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
great. Thank you.
oh, you're welcome. Gladys, go ahead.
First of all, my question to you is, were you listening to the conversation I was having with one of my leads yesterday?
Uh-huh.
Because you talk about everything we talk. I
Mhm.
mean, it's amazing how when you really put out there to the universe, to God, whoever you believe, I'm a believer of God, that okay, I need a little bit more structure in this. And boom, you came here today and you spill it out like, wow. So thank you for that, George.
Oh,
Thank you,
th-
thank you, thank you. And like you say, la repetición es la madre de la retención. The
that's right.
more you repeat it, the more, I don't know how the Americans say it and in English, how you say it, but yes,
Yeah,
that's what my
and
father,
practice make perfection too. Practice
thank
make
you.
perfection.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
And that's
thank
on
you.
everything. Gosh, I remember when I
Mhm.
started doing martial arts. The only reason I didn't quit is because I paid in a year in advance on purpose, by the way, because I didn't want to quit. Because somebody said, "Oh, most people quit." I don't want to quit. Let me pay in advance. After the first class, I was in pain, and nobody hit me. It's just the exercises. I was in pain all over my body.
Yeah.
And then when I did my first practice committee or sparring, holy cow, they knocked me down. And that was only 2 weeks within, and was me done, because you're supposed to wait a month at least to do into the sparring. But I was the bad guy. I say, okay, I can beat anybody. I was knocked down by a guy that was half my size. I became humble. But anyway, on the business side, I've been in this business, like I say, since the 1990s, and always been some kind of entrepreneur. When I was about 16 years old, I was selling Christmas trees door to door, and I recruited my brother and several other people to sell it for me. Wow, I was preparing for network marketing. But anyway, But I went to school and I went to business school and computers because I love numbers and I love computer systems. That's why I'm a nerd and that's why I love to do the training on our app or AI because it's incredible way we can do. As a matter of fact, AI is responding and Gmail is responding my emails. For example, I testing a bunch of things that I'm doing with AI. Also, some of the texting, I'm not doing everything yet because I'm not sure. And you're going to see some cool videos I hope to have in the next week or so that I'm doing with AI too, where you can actually literally travel to the past or to the future. And you're saying, what the heck is happening? It's something cool that I've been learning with AI. And with this business is amazing. But anyway, I came to the US hired by a company many years ago, but one day the company disappeared. It was an investment area. And I started from zero. I didn't speak English. I was in an area where very few people spoke Spanish. I could have moved to the East Coast because I have uncles and cousins, etc. Many of my cousins were born here in the US. But I said, no, I had to learn the language. And I stayed there and I was doing all kind of jobs. I got eventually in real estate and I was doing well until the market crashed. When the market crashed is when I found this business. Actually, the business tried to find me before, but I was not listening. I was blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, that's for people that don't have a profession. Network marketing. But then when I lost everything, I became humble. And then I was reading a magazine called Success Magazine, and was an article by a guy called Richard Paul. He wrote 4 books that are amazing that I'm sure you still can find. That was called The Wave Tree, and there was a series of 4 books by Richard Paul. He had an article in Success Magazine, and I was so impressed that I said I had to find a company, and I found the company. Nobody called me at that time. I was calling people. And eventually the people I called keep doing follow-up with me. I called many people, but only 2 did follow-up with me and signed up with a guy that didn't speak English. He didn't speak even English, Spanish. He was Chinese. And we were barely understanding each other, but he was so excited. That's why I signed up with him. And they eventually became friends, and he also made millions of dollars. He lives in Hawaii right now. Now he speaks English very well. But anyway, and that's the way that started. And I didn't have money to start my first company, and I didn't tell my upline that. Because he said, well, you need to buy this package. Was called the Paysetter program. It was $900. That in the 90s is the equivalent of probably $2,000 today or more, $3,000. I didn't have the money because I had lost everything. When I did, I sold my TV, my microwave, and I borrowed $300 from the first person that I sponsored. Can you imagine you sponsor somebody and say, this business is amazing, by the way, I need $300. I didn't say it like that. Just the guy, I was very excited telling about the business. He was my boss. I was working for him because I was trying to make money, and he was doing remodeling in commercial properties. And he hired me. I don't remember how we met, but and real estate, I met him. And when I lost everything, he said, well, you can work with me for now. And he was telling me about that he was tired to work in construction. He said, well, I just found this amazing. How much is to come in? Oh, this is what it costs, but I have a problem. What? I had not come in yet because I'm short of money. How much you need? And he gave me $300 to complete my purchase. Can you imagine? But that's the way it started. At the beginning, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I was trying to do it like I did real estate, and it's not the same. The networking is the same, but I was because I was putting together also investment groups. I was too complicated, and people say, "Whoa, that's amazing," but I'm never gonna do that. And that's when I learned simplicity after going to a seminar. Actually, reading a book is called "How to Be the Best That You Can Be in MLM." That's the way that the book, by the way, is out of print, but you can find it's an amazing book. It's how to be the best that you can be in MLM by a guy called John Kalench. John Kalench is a great story, by the way, because he found out he had cancer. And then he told his wife, well, I had to create an income. And he went crazy for 9 months to get an income from $2,000 to about $100,000 a month to leave something to his family. It's an amazing story, John Kalench. You can find the story of him. But he wrote that book, How to Be the Best That You Can Be in MLM. I met him personally before he died. I didn't even know that he was sick, but he told the story later. Great story, but and that's when I learned how to do the basics. He has a system. I say, okay, we are going to create a system, and Steve Lee, the person that sponsored myself, we create a system based on that, and a lot of things that you say today are based on that system. Of course, became improved when I sponsored my first networker. That was Burke Hayes. I mentioned it yesterday. He wrote the book "Who Stole the American Dream." I went to one of my team members had a table in an event, and he was the speaker in that event. And he liked me. I sent him a bunch of products, and then he signed up with me. And I was not at the time was not making much money. I was making like 3,000 a month. But anyway, he came with me, and this guy was a writer and a big networker on top of that. He wrote the book that I recommend yesterday, Who's Told American Dream, and he has many books that are amazing. But that was the one that put him on the map. But anyway, and that's the way that I started learning more. I started getting more into the business because I became a master of the basics first. I kept doing the basic over and over again and meeting all these successful people because if they are making money, I want to know how to get there. And that's the way that one day I ended having an organization that was selling millions of dollars per month. And I earned seven figures, more than seven figures. In the company I was before, several million dollars. And the reason I'm here is because I see the potential. We already have a huge team, by the way. It's not like we have, but we see the potential being even bigger than what we were before because we have an amazing product, we have amazing pay plan and amazing leaders. And all of you that are here in the call, you're lucky because you have an amazing group of leaders here. But anyway, that's my short story in a nutshell. I could spend more time, but anyway, I'm glad you're here and I'm excited. Matt, you have a question? I see your hand up. Or a comment. Go ahead. Oops.
Hey, first and
Oh, there
foremost,
you are.
I just want to thank you, George, for this presentation. You seem to really speak truth into this product. Truly believe in product itself, as well as you believe in the people that are actually promoting. That's very refreshing. The people that were in this chat today, they had some great points. Building a community that you can trust, building a community that you can fall back on. Communicating with other people maybe outside of your comfort zone and simplifying that into a almost nominal level. The business transactions are almost going to be transparent. I got a lot out of this. I'm a very how should I say, conventional person when it comes to business. I like safe bets. I like stock items. I like real estate. I like things that will converse me into the future, right? And this maybe, I don't know yet. This is my second day, right? Seems like a very safe bet to me, as long as I put in the groundwork and I establish that footing that you mentioned earlier. So, thank you for providing your story and like listening on you guys and being with that said. Also, shout out to Kim and Kyle for inviting me today. So I appreciate it.
Thank you for your comment, by the way. I appreciate it a lot.
Of course, we're glad you're here.
And you have great people with Kyle and Kimberly. That's the cool thing. And then you have the fun thing to be in Chicago. That's so fun.
Yeah, it is a busy city. It's a windy city at that as well.
That's right.
Very
That's right.
nice.
Yeah, next time that I stop in Chicago, I'm gonna make sure that I met you.
We'll do a Zoom. You got to
Yeah.
Zoom it before you get here.
Zoom anytime, by the way. We can do a Zoom
Okay.
anytime. And you can talk to Kyle, Kimberly, and we can set up a Zoom. Also, you want to invite some friends, we can set up a Zoom for you, a launch of your business, officially launch. And you can see how I do the presentation. That's very similar to what Kimberly and Kyle do, but on a Zoom.
Most definitely.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry, guys, cut it short, but I couldn't get to. Thank you very much, and I'll be Zooming you soon.
Okay, thank you very
All right.
much.
Thanks,
Again.
guys.
Thanks,
Okay.
Matt.
Thank you, guys.
Perfect. Okay, anybody wants to add anything else before we go? I know we are exactly 55 seconds over time. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, anyway, and again, you have somebody, I know Caroline, I don't know if she's still here. She's flying tonight. She's going to be here in Salt Lake City. She has been in 4 of these events. she's following the events. And then we are going to meet her actually tomorrow morning at the before the meeting. Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. Let me see if there's any
Yeah,
questions.
you have the big Ignite event tomorrow and you're doing the numbers, right?
Yeah, I'm doing the pay plan. Yeah. As a matter of
That's
fact,
gonna be so
I have to send
awesome.
I have to send the slides. Yeah. How to make the money.
Yes.
We know the activity. By the way, this is the cool thing. When I talk today, you don't have to know the pay plan. By doing those activities, you're going to make money because that's the cool thing. The plan is done in a way that you are rewarded by the activities. You don't have even to know how the plan works. Of course, it's nice to know it because in that way you know why you are making the money. But anyway, super. Thank you very much and have an amazing day, everybody.
You're the best.
And this
Thank
is
you,
George.
George.
Thank you,
Love
George.
you.
Thank you, Mr.
So
George.
good.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too. And again, happy birthday.
Thank you.